Hello, traveler, and welcome to Sapphire, a meditative fantasy podcast that will guide you through a world of self-discovery. Merging storytelling with energy healing, this podcast explores a different approach to meditation. My name is Ashton, and I am your guide on this journey. Please use headphones for an immersive audio experience. If you're tuning in for the first time, please go back to episode 1 to begin your journey. Last episode, we traveled through the ocean as you drifted to sleep while I told a story of the civilization that once lived here. Today, we finally get to Alacon Island, where the Aspen Falls are. Be prepared to face the echoes that roam this island, looking for souls they once belonged to. This podcast is created, produced, and narrated by Mar T. Zach, and music is mixed by Adam Ive. If you'd like to support this podcast or stay up to date on latest Sapphire news, visit sapphire.ca. Now, take a deep breath, close your eyes, open your third, and let's begin. Oh, good. You're awake. Just in time, too. I was wondering how I was going to call you back. I thought the sun would rise by the time we got to the island, but time here doesn't measure so smoothly. It looks like we have ways to go before we see a new day. Still, it's very calm out at night. Take advantage of it. Feel that cool ocean air on your face and breathe it in. Go ahead, dip your hands in the water, if you feel called to it. It could wake you up some more. I should have warned you it'd be cold. And here we are, Alacon Island. The tide's very low right now, so we'll have to walk a bit before we even touch the island. That's okay. It'll get you settled. Here, let me help you out of the boat. So, did you dream of the ocean? Do you feel better from that sleep? You seem lighter. How much of that story did you hear before you fell asleep? It's in your traveler's pack if you need access to it again. I thought you might want a written version, just in case, but I can summarize it quickly. It follows Micah, a young soul who joins a family of secluded air elementalists, souls who rely heavily on the element of air. They're very logical, always thinking their way through things, but never fully feeling them. So Micah discovers his power of healing song, but can't sing around the air elementalists. They don't praise these kinds of powers like they praised his brother, who could fly. He soon learned that staying in the comfort of air elementalists won't help him embody his power. Then he heard the healing call from the ocean below. It wasn't until he followed this call, deep into dark, heavy waters, blindsided by his own emotional energy, when he found true comfort in himself. Only when he allowed this energy to come up was when the waters became clear and he found an entire civilization of water elementalists. This was where his power of healing song could be used. Together with water elementalists, Alden and Valley, Micah was able to create the healing water system that links the Cambion River with the ocean's call with Alacon Island. I like that story because I feel like it's a simple reminder to be soft with ourselves. It's also something many humans can relate to when it comes to emotional energy. Have you ever felt uncomfortable emotions and tried so hard to analyze your way through discomfort instead of just feeling it? I know, easier said than done, but it seems like the act of feeling is something humans are afraid of on Earth. Am I wrong? I wonder if it has anything to do with time. On Earth, time is at the center of everything. It tells you when to do or stop doing things. It tells you when to rest and when to get up. In Sapphire, time is the smallest factor because it's so subjective. I think that's why it's hard for people from Earth to listen to their emotions, because emotions can't be measured by time. I've heard that term, time heals all wounds, but I disagree. You heal wounds by tending to them. You can allot time for that, but if you're only ignoring or picking at your wounds, time will only make them worse. Do you understand what I'm saying? In last night's story, Micah was the only one of the air elementalists who chose to dive deep into the dark ocean waters. He was told he would drown and get stuck if he ever tried, but he didn't. He leaned into the dark waters, allowed his emotions to come through, and then found this beautiful underwater civilization beyond the darkness. Together, he, Alden, and Valley found a way to bring healing to anyone, elementalist or not. But it took a willingness to face the fears that held their people back for so long. It's an honorable way to connect the collective to a source of infinite healing. I wonder what dark waters you might have to explore. Of course, it's however you allot the time for, but if you explore them in Sapphire, you'll see what I mean about time being subjective. Fun fact, Micah, Alden, and Valley took a unique approach with their methods. They used crystals of the land that host Micah, Alden, and Valley's power. These crystals work together to bring the ocean's healing call into the Aspen Falls, located on the island. Valley's power would be split within multiple crystals spread out through the ocean, so that she could create different points for Micah and Alden's power to move through. Alden's power would detect any nearby energies, and Micah's would draw them toward the healing currents. And, as you might have heard me say, that's why so many echoes gravitate to this island. In Sapphire, echoes are everywhere. Each of them belong to a soul that has been here at some point. They're the rejected parts of us. The shadows, or the wounds that have never been met with healing. They're also part of what tethers us to the Nevedin. Oh, but it's okay. Echoes aren't something to be afraid of. They can't do anything to you. They can be off-putting, but wouldn't you be too if you were left behind by your spirit? The echoes have been in Sapphire for many lifetimes before it was sealed off. Most of them are found here on the island because it's the closest thing to healing they can receive. All they want is their soul to come back to them. I actually get quite sad when I think about it for too long. Exploring this island and finding the healing waters means moving past the echoes here. It can be difficult to separate your feelings from theirs, so I understand if you don't want to do this right now. You don't have to. But continuing means we're that much closer to Aspen Falls. It could be a good opportunity to practice resilience and grounding. I'll be with you the whole time. Is this something you'd like to give to yourself? Can you allot time to navigate some heavier feelings that might come up with the echoes on this island? I'll give you a moment to decide. I'll be standing on the grass where the shore ends. Good for you. Okay, let's move ahead. Take my hand if you need it. There are 8 streams through this island, all bringing in the ocean's healing from different directions. The only way to get to the falls is by following one of these streams. Even though we know it's in the middle of the island, a sense of direction isn't always clear in Sapphire. Remember the Mora Desert? You've come a long way since then. Tell me, what direction on the island do you think we're starting from? North? East? West? South? Maybe northwest or southeast? It could be useful to write that down in your notebook later. What? Oh. Okay. It seems like you and the echoes can sense each other. The moment someone steps foot on the island, echoes can feel it. Remember, they're all just hoping to find the spirit they belong to. To them, it's been an eternity since they've been left behind, and there aren't many souls that come to visit. They hope that you're here for them, but they'll realize by your energy that you're not. Until they recognize that, you might feel the weight of their pain. So remember, you don't need to carry that. We're just passing through here. You've seen echoes before. Earth is filled with them, just not in the same way. Think of the people in your waking life, strangers or loved ones, how their feelings and thoughts can affect you, even if they aren't projected onto you. The way they speak to themselves or about others can weigh heavily. That's an echo that they're rejecting inside of themselves. Some travelers can see echoes, others can hear them or feel them, and sometimes you can just know when they're there. So, if one approaches you here, let that prompt you to think of those in your waking life and how you can detach and bring compassion to yourself and to them. Here, before we go any further, let me teach you a technique that can help you stay in your body when you feel uneasy. Okay, keep your feet apart so that your body is centered. If you're sitting, you'd want to sit up straight. Leaning to one side more can make you feel imbalanced internally. This technique is going to help you stay in your own energy. It'll help you define a boundary of where you end and others begin. I know that can be hard sometimes, so let's give this a try. There are 3 phases of breathing cycles that will bring this out for you. The first one is about choosing what energy you're open to. The second is about grounding yourself with the land below you. And the third is about expanding your grounded energy around you. Some people call this shielding, others call it connecting with their own energy or taking up space. Either way, this technique will remind you to pay attention to your energy. Each of these phases will take 3 breathing cycles, at least to get you used to it. Once you know how to use this technique, you can do it however you wish. Take your first slow, deep inhale. Breathe in the light from all around you. And exhale through your mouth any stress you don't need. Second time, breathing in the light, only letting in what you need from it. And let go of any stress or fear. One more time, inhale. Let the light fill you entirely. And exhale. That is phase 1. Let your breathing return to its regular cycle for a moment. Now breathe in through your nose the energy of the earth beneath you. And exhale, dropping the base of your spine down beneath the surface of the ground. Breathe in again, pulling up the energy through the soles of your feet to the top of your head. And exhale, continuing the descent through the earth. Feel yourself anchored to it. Inhale one last time, adding more strength to your energy. And exhale as you reach the core of the earth. This ends phase 2. Take a moment to feel your connection here. This last cycle, breathe in the energy from the core of the earth. Back up to the soles of your feet. Up into your legs, into your body. And exhale it out through all sides of your heart. Fill your aura, the space around your body, with the calming, nurturing energy of the earth. Inhale again slowly from the core of the earth up into your body. Let it hold you. Let it fill you. And exhale it out. Take one last deep inhale and bring the base of your spine up from the earth's core back into your body. And exhale it out all around you. How does that feel? This is your aura, your bubble, the space you get to have to yourself. With this aura all around you, we're going to move through this island of echoes. We're going to find the healing waters, and you're going to regain peace. Call on your flame to help you clear the space around you, if you need it. Let's move forward. One of the first things I did after Sapphire was sealed off was come to this island. I knew that the Aspen Falls were known for transforming any kind of pain into something different, but I didn't know exactly what that meant. Everyone was so ominous about it, never fully giving me a direct answer. But that's part of the journey, because it's different for everyone. The path I took to get here was much longer than yours, so I'm proud of the progress you've made. Not that it's a race. I still don't completely agree with people when they talk about being fully healed of something. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think that's the goal. As we find the healing waters, you'll feel a transformation for sure, but healing doesn't mean to be rid of something. It's about meeting yourself and whatever you're healing with love and acceptance. Do you know what I'm saying? It's okay if not. Hey, it's okay. Stay with me. Remember, these echoes aren't here for you. Breathe into your energy. In with the light. Out with the stress. Up from the earth. Down to its core. In from the earth. And out from your core. All around you. Good job. Let's keep walking. Finding a stream of water can be difficult because, like many things here, locations are always changing. So I can't guide you based on my experience. Right now we're heading toward the center of the island. That's where the falls should be. But we can't find it without finding a stream first. And I don't see any around here. We have two options. We could carry through this field to the center of the island, or we could turn left toward the trees. If we choose to move through the forest, it might take longer, but you'll have more support from the stickways. If we keep moving forward, there's a chance it could be quicker, but the field is open and wide, and you'll be in the thick of the echoes. What do you think? There is no wrong answer, just a choice to make. Okay, let's go. You know, when an echo approaches you, it's because it recognizes something threatening about you. Just like someone who made you feel lesser than you are, it has more to do with what you're reflecting to them. Echoes have a way of doing this to us as well. We're all just reflecting things back to each other. Depending on how big or loud the echoes are, that usually references how big or small the instance that created them was. Different echoes will bring up different fears. When I first got to this island, I had no idea what they were. But I could feel them around me, always moving, hovering or hanging over me. Like that feeling of someone's warm breath on your shoulder. But every time I turned around, there was nothing there. Endlessly pacing in circles, I had my head down and my hands in my pockets. I kept thinking, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone, but still they were following me around. And then I realized one of my fears was being followed. Just like that, they left me alone. I know it's different where you're coming from, but like I said, whatever world you're in, life is always reflecting something back at you. And it can be easy to miss the message. There's another echo that wants your attention. It's okay. Practice the technique and connect with your energy. In with the light, out with the stress. Up from the earth, down to its core. In from the earth, and out from your core, all around you. Remember, this echo belongs to someone else. It's not yours to be responsible for. It's a bit stronger than the last one. Maybe its frequency resonates with something in you. Can you sense the energy this echo has? Is there a feeling that unsettles you about it? It's okay, you can explore it. Now focus your attention beyond the feelings you have about it, if you can. What underlying emotion does it carry for itself? Has anyone that you know in your waking life carried something similar and made you feel the same way? Who comes to mind? What words might they have said that still linger in the corners of your mind? What feelings come up in response to this energy? Hold space for those feelings in your heart. Remember, echoes aren't looking to win or to hurt. They are the hurt ones, and they don't always acknowledge how they affect others. Whoever's coming to mind for you could be connected to this echo, or have an echo that is similar. They might have blamed you for their pain, or tried to take it out on you to give themselves a peace of mind. But you couldn't create this echo for them. Maybe you just happened to be there when no one else was. Can you accept that? Breathe into your heart. See beyond the words they've used or the actions they've taken. What was this person really saying? Only if you're able to, try to hold compassion for the pain they might carry. It doesn't make their actions right, but you don't deserve to carry it for them. If you can't extend compassion, that is okay. Use this time to bring more compassion to yourself. Hold your heart. That's powerful. Your understanding and compassion just set that echo free. Okay, breathe into yourself again, just as we practiced. In with the light, out with the stress. Into your feet, down to the core of the earth. In from the core, and out all around you. This time, exhale out further from your body. Let your energy expand. You're doing such a good job. You're handling this so much better than I first did. How are you feeling? I don't want you to feel like you have to dismiss your own feelings to forgive or move on from the actions of others. Because those feelings will just come back another way. But holding space for the echoes that drive other people's actions can also set you free. It doesn't mean holding space for the person, just the pain they carry. When I noticed my fear of being followed, I thought of what I was rejecting. It was my shame catching up with me that I didn't want to face. It made me see everything on the island as something to hide from. Sometimes it's not that obvious to us what we're afraid of, but that's why echoes can be truly brilliant. I'm really proud of you. I'm sorry if I keep saying that, but the echoes are one of the factors that stop people from continuing along their journey. Different ones will bring out sides of us we haven't seen, and that can be scary. It seems like your energy is settling here, which means they likely know you're not here for them and will go back to waiting for their souls to return. Most of them were back there. I hope you're able to recognize echoes when you see them, not just in Sapphire, but in your waking life. Before we continue toward the Aspen Falls, spend some time acknowledging how echoes show up in your waking life, and consider the tools you've learned today when interacting with others. I'll be here when you're ready to carry on toward the healing falls. Now, at your own time, with your eyes still closed, come back to your body. Gently move your neck from side to side, feeling the tips of your toes and fingers. Take one last deep breath in, and on the exhale, open your eyes. Thank you for showing up today. I hope this episode has brought you peace and a new understanding of what you came here to be. If you like this episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave a rating. Or, if you're open to it, leave a comment or review to share your experiences. If you want to take your journey further, you can visit sapphire.ca. Stay tuned for the next episode when we discover Avira's garden, where you will honor the connection between your loved ones on the other side. Always remember to be who you came here to be, and trust in what your journey has in store for you.